Hello and welcome to my Excel spreadsheet for the NHL Draft Bracket Pick Challenge. As you can see, this is yellow or orange. I did it mostly for the Edmonton Oilers so that people from Edmonton feel like they are part of something, because they are not at this time. You will look and see that we already have a couple of the names already generated in here, but we will take those out just for sake of learning our Excel spreadsheet. I put the ... is to give you more or less an understanding of that there is no winner right now. However, there are, but we will get to that in just a second. You will see that all the names are generated in here for this NHL playoff. However, you can use this Excel spreadsheet for numerous of years. I will show you how. As you can see, the names are all listed here for the east side and in red for the west side. But each bracket has cells underneath them to generate all names. For example, if I wanted to change Calgary Flames to Chicago Blackhawks, I would just nearly need to start typing in Chicago and it would pop up. Or if I wanted to put Winnipeg Jets here, because Winnipeg Jets is my team, I would put them there. They are down here, but they are all generated so that the cells actually will have all the names, which will mean for less errors on spelling of the names. So let's put Calgary back there. Now, as you can see, with the ... dots here, we have the brackets that correspond with the two. So the Calgary Flames are playing Colorado Avalanche. Now, what the cell underneath this one here generates is the names that are on these two. Not all of the names of the teams, just the two names that are located right here. And so forth, and so on and so forth. For this one here, it generates these two names. And this one here, it generates these two names. So for example, let's put back in the Chicago Blackhawks. So if I go over here and start to type in Chicago Blackhawks, it will pop up. But if I was to go back and leave the Calgary Flames there, and I was to type in Chicago Blackhawks, it would not come up, as you can see. But now if I type in Calgary Flames, Calgary Flames, it will pop up. As you can see on the bottom here, all the list of all the people who are in the NHL Bracket Challenge. All of them have generating points. Now these points are only because, of course, the Calgary Flames, which is not true because they suck shit, but we will go with that in just a second. As you can see on the bottom here, we have all the names of all the people on each of their own folders. So each one has their own folder, which shows, or tab I should say, which shows all of their selections that they've picked. For example, this is mine, where I picked the Winnipeg Jets to win the Stanley Cup. I was wishful thinking. I was dreaming, because that will not happen. Not this year. And as you can see here, I generated a point, and that was based off of the Calgary Flames. However, again, that is horseshit, but we will correct that in just 1 second. So as I go down here, we will continue to scroll across. What I had done is I selected 75 names. That way we have a cap on how many people can register and compete in this. Now if I go to the 75th team, there is nothing on here. But if I wanted to change the name, I would just go here, right click, and rename. Once I rename that, let's say I rename that Pooh, because it is funny. It is funny like my accent right now. Now, if I go back to the score sheet, because the score sheet is generating all of the points for everybody. Once we get back there, we go to score sheet, shows up the list, we go down to the bottom, and there is Pooh. And of course, it registers here too, as you can see at the top here. If I go here, it's Pooh. So everything matches up with the tabs. All you would need to do is change the names on the tabs for next year's or the other years, and it will actually correspond onto the spreadsheet. So that you will not need to do anything with the numbers here, and you have your 75 teams, or maximum of 75 people that can enter in. This makes it less time consuming for you and easier for everybody. Now we are back on the score sheet. As you can see, it generates the points from each spreadsheet so that you don't have to go back and forth to calculate all the points. Let's go back up to the top here. Now we go up to the top, we want to change and put the right teams in here. For example, Colorado Avalanche is way better than Calgary Flames because they made them look like idiots. San Jose Sharks and Vegas Knights, we have yet to know. The Predators and Dallas has got one more game, but Winnipeg suck shit and St. Louis took them out. So we would put St. Louis there. On the western side, we will go over to look at this team here, where Tampa Bay apparently did not come out to play, and Columbus took them out. The Blue Jackets. Good for them. And at the bottom here, New York skated around the Penguins, and they had won. So we have, therefore, 4 teams that have already got into the second round of the NHL playoffs. Going back down here now, we can see that points are generated. Whereas Kyle, Matthew, Arm, Fan, Jimberly, and other people have gained points. DGZ, as you can see here, has 3 points because apparently they have a horseshoe wedged up their butthole and they are doing good. Everybody else is at no points. Now, what else do I want to say about this spreadsheet? As you continue on, all you would need to do is go to the score sheet and type in the names of the winners, and it will generate the points down here, so that way it is easier for you to write on the chalkboard or communicate this with your guests and or staff about who is in the lead and who is sucking. For example, you can see that Jason Grenville has 0 points because he has no idea how to play hockey. Cowboy apparently is the same. Nick B, even though he has abs of steel, cannot generate the points that he needs to. He does not have a strong point in hockey. Now that we've got the points of the teams in here, we just remember that all we need to do is type in the names and the points will generate here. You will just need to scroll down here. Cool thing to do if you want, to make sure that you have everything correct, is to just highlight this area here. Once you've highlighted the area you need, I highlighted it too much, you can Control P, and you can print off just a selected area, and it'll print this off for you. Make sure you shrink it to 1 page so that it is not on multiple pages. You can save some trees that way and make everybody happy. After you're done, you would just go to the top and save it as a file, so that way you're not saving over top of this one here, and you can use this as your straight template. Now at local, we do have this NHL bracket. It is located at the bottom left of your screen on your desktop. So there you have it. There is my Excel spreadsheet. For more information, you can visit your mama's house.